Welcome to this presentation where we will explain how to compile a technical indicator description. Hi, I'm Kyle and I'll be taking you through this presentation today. The agenda for today's video is as follows. We will start by gaining an understanding of the background needed for technical indicator descriptions. This will be followed by highlighting the expected learning outcomes from this video. We will then highlight why Circular 88 is important, followed by explaining the importance of technical indicator descriptions, also commonly referred to as TIDs. Once the foundation has been set, we will go through a practical example on how to compile a TID. I will then show you the example of the compiled TID used in this video. We will close the learning session by highlighting the things to remember in compiling a TID and where to find Circular 88. Finally, we will provide you with our contact details should you have any questions or answers. Let us start by understanding the background of the requirements for TIDs. Government issued a municipal circular for the 2018-2019 MTREF with the aim of rationalizing planning and reporting requirements. The circular was issued by National Treasury in November 2017. Although the circular initially only applies to metropolitan municipalities, municipalities falling into other categories can also use it. The circular was updated in 2019. The information included in the circular was informed by the Performance Reporting Reform Initiative undertaken by National Treasury, in collaboration with the Department of Cooperative Governance, the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Statistics South Africa, and was conducted in consultation, amongst others, with the Auditor General of South Africa. The learning outcomes that you should expect from this video are as follows. You will gain an understanding of the concepts that are included in the technical indicator descriptions. You will learn how to compile a TID. This will be achieved by taking you through a practical example. You will gain an understanding of the importance of why there is a need to develop TIDs. Let us understand why the circular is important. The circular provides a set of prescribed indicators that should be used by metropolitan municipalities. It is also important to note that the circular gives guidance on where output and outcome indicators should be used. In conjunction with this, a set of technical indicator descriptions were prescribed in the circular. The Auditor General now also requires that all key performance indicators in the IDP and SDBIB have a corresponding technical indicator description. Technical indicator descriptions are important and a valuable tool for the purpose of auditing, reporting, and planning. This will become clear to you as you work through the example. We will look at the process of compiling a TID. This will be done by using an indicator in the fire function as an example. The fire response is one of the fundamental services that the municipality must provide in its role of protecting life and property of its citizens. For this example, one of the indicators that is required is to measure the extent to which the resourcing of this function is appropriate to service a city's needs, normalized for its population. For example, does the city or municipality have the correct number of firefighters available to deliver the required mandate? The best way to build the TIDs is to make use of the standard TID template. This will ensure consistency and ease of use. On the screen you can see the suggested blank TID template. Using our fire example, we will now complete the sheet and show the process of compiling a TID. The TID template includes many numbered data fields that need to be completed. We will work through the templates in a sequential order to complete the information for fire indicator and for illustrative purposes. Also list other examples that could have been captured for other indicators. Let us start with A1 indicator short name. In the A1 indicator short name field, capture the name of the indicator from the IDP or SDBIB. In our example, number of full-time firefighters per 1,000 population. Other examples of indicators are displayed on the screen. These are road transport fuel usage per capita, electricity usage per capita, installed capacity of approved embed generators of the municipal distribution network, and total renewable energy capacity available through IPPs. In the A2 alignment field, capture the outcome to which the output indicator is aligned to. In our example, mitigated effects of emergencies. Other alignment examples are displayed on the screen. These are improved energy sustainability, improved air quality, increased access to and utilization of social and community facilities, improved road safety. If you are a local or district municipality and haven't started to use this model yet, you can simply include the goal or objective to which your indicator aligns. In the A3 results chain level data field, you need to capture the results chain. The results chain represents service delivery as a linear process with inputs and activities to start the process and long-term outcomes and impacts at the end of the process. The results chain level is broken down into the following items: input, activity, output, outcome, or impact. For our example, the result chain is output. Capture output in the A3 results chain level field. Let us unpack the results chain level into some more detail. The results chain unpacks the who, how, what, and why that needs to be actioned for each of the service delivery objectives that the municipality has agreed upon to enable the municipality to meet the long-term service delivery objectives of the community. The resources that are available to the municipality to meet the set objectives include the inputs that are available to the municipality. These are the skills, experience, and tools that the municipality has supported by the activities that will be carried out to enable the municipality to meet the agreed upon deliverables. Collectively, these represent the who and how. If the resources are correctly applied, the municipality should achieve the required results. This means that the agreed upon outputs or deliverables will be met, resulting in the desired outcome being achieved, which in the long term will have the desired impact on the community. These collectively represent the what and why that needs to be actioned to meet the municipality's long-term objectives. It is very important to understand the interface between the IDP and SDBIB. I would like to clarify this interface in the following graphic by showing the relationship between the plan where the indicators are documented, the results chain applicable to the indicator, and the report in which the results are reported. The IDP includes the long-term indicators for the municipality that will be included in the annual report and reported upon on an outcome basis. The SDBIB includes the annual organizational indicators for the municipality that will be included in the annual and quarterly reports and reported upon on an output basis. Individual performance contracts for municipal officials will include the indicators that the official will be evaluated upon at the performance appraisals. These indicators will be measured on an output basis. There should be an alignment and downward cascading of indicators from the IDP to the SDBIB to the individual performance agreement of municipal officials. Now that you have an understanding of the results chain, we'll move on to the next item, the A4. Indicator assignment, which represents the reference number of the indicator as documented in the Annexure B to Circular 88. For our example, the indicator assignment is FE1.12. In A5, Back to Basics pillar, you need to capture the Back to Basics pillar that the indicator supports. The Back to Basics pillars are basic services, creating decent living conditions, good governance, public participation, financial management, institutional capacity. For our example, the Back to Basics pillar is basic services. Capture basic services in the A5 Back to Basics pillar. In A6 Unit of Measurement, you need to capture the unit of measurement that will be used to measure the result of the indicator. In our example, ratio of firefighters to population is the unit of measurement. Other unit of measurement examples are displayed on the screen. These include percentage of posts, percentage, number of council decisions, tons of CO2 emissions per capita, minutes, ratio of firefighters to population, rand value of salaries, meters squared of internal floor space. In A7, frequency of reporting, you need to capture how often the reporting of the indicator will take place. In our example, annual is the frequency of reporting. Examples of other reporting frequencies are displayed on the screen. These include quarterly, biannually, and annually. In A8's rationale, capture the rationale of the indicator. This is one field where we see many mistakes being made when completing the TID. In the rationale field, you need to explain why it is important to measure this indicator and why the indicator has been included in the IDP and STBIB as a strategic outcome or output indicator. In our example, fire response is one of the fundamental services that all cities provide in its role of protecting life and property of its citizens. This indicator is a proxy for the extent to which the resourcing of this function is appropriate to service a city's needs normalized for its population. Is the rationale to be captured? An easy way to craft the rationale is to begin your sentence with, "This indicator measures the efficiency of etc. etc." or "This indicator measures the effectiveness of etc. etc." or lastly, "This indicator measures the compliance of etc. etc." In the A9 definition input field, capture an explanation of the indicator in such a way that it is understood by a reader. In other words, explain things in layman's terms. Avoid technical jargon and explain any abbreviations included in the indicator, and ensure that any ambiguous terms in the indicator are thoroughly explained. In our example, the total number of paid full-time firefighters employed by the municipality normalized to the population of the municipality. This includes reservist or part-time firefighters, will be captured as the definition. In A10, indicator formula, capture the indicator formula that has been used to calculate the actual reached against the target. In our example, the indicator formula that will be captured is the total number of full-time firefighters employed by the municipality divided by the total municipal population multiplied by 1,000. The 1 represents the numerator and the 2 the denominator in the formula. Other examples of the indicator formula include number of meetings held, which is computed as a single count of the number of meetings actually held. Number of new sewer connections, which is computed as the number of new sewer connections to consumer units plus the number of new sewer connections to communal toilet facilities. Revenue growth, which is computed as the current period under review's total revenue less the previous period's total revenue, divided by the previous period's total revenue multiplied by 100. In A11, capture the source of the indicator. In our example, the origin is ISO 10.1. Therefore, ISO 10.1 will be captured. Other examples of indicator origins include COGTA Back to Basics, MFMA Circular 71, Uniform Financial Ratios and Norms, Municipalities Own, MTSF Outcome 9, Sub-Outcome 1. In A12, Notes on Calculation, capture any additional notes that may assist with explaining the calculation to be performed when reporting. In our example, there are no additional notes, and none will be captured. Examples of notes for other indicators would be as follows. If the indicator is percentage compliance with the required attendance time for structural firefighting incidents, the formula would be the number of structural fire incidents where the attendance time was less than 14 minutes, divided by the total number of calls for structural fire incidents received multiplied by 100. For this example, the note on calculation that should be captured would be the indicator should be reported as a cumulative average value for a quarter. Annually, all incidents over the 4 quarters should be an aggregate to reflect the annual average value. In A13 additional notes, you would capture any additional notes or guidance required to understand and measure the indicator. In our example, there are no additional notes and none will be captured. Examples of additional notes that could be captured for other indicators could be There may be a recovery lag in respect of the actions taken that can only be reported upon later. If a municipality lacks an approved organizational structure, there is potential for this to be manipulated. The municipality should have an approved organizational structure as a prerequisite for this indicator. We will now take a look at the responsibility and readiness section of the TID. In the reporting responsibility field, capture where the responsibility for reporting of the indicator lies. The circular provides guidance in this. In our example, shared will be captured, as it is a shared responsibility. In the applies to municipal category fields, the following needs to be captured. In the first field, you will capture the municipality type to which the indicator applies. In our example, district will be captured, as our example municipality is a district municipality. In the second field, you will capture when the indicator will be measured. In our example, now will be captured as the indicator is applicable now. In the readiness field, you'll either capture Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, or Tier 4. You will capture Tier 1 if the indicator is conceptually clear, there is an established methodology and standards are available, and data is regularly produced. You will capture Tier 2 if the indicator is conceptually clear, there are established methodologies, and some standards are available, but there is a variability in interpretation of indicator and systems available to support the reporting of the indicator. Data is not yet regularly produced across all stakeholders. You will capture Tier 3 if the indicator for which there is agreed conceptual value, but not yet a common established methodology and standards for data to be produced. You will capture Tier 4 if the need for the indicator has been identified, but there has not yet been a conceptual agreement between stakeholders, and this is a placeholder for the future indicator. In our example, we will capture Tier 2. We will now take a look at the completion of the data element fields included in the TID document. In B1, data element, capture the first data element. For this example, the first data element is the total number of full-time firefighters employed by the municipality. Other examples of data elements for other indicators could be sum of capacity available from a renewable IPP, sum of all SSEG installation capacities among municipal customer base, total ESCOM sales direct to municipal customers, total liquid fuel sales for road transport. In B2, frequency of collection, capture the frequency in which the data element must be collected. In this example, annual will be captured as the data will be collected annually. Other examples could be biannually or quarterly. In B3 definition, capture the definition of the data element. In our example, the definition will be captured as the total number of paid full-time firefighters employed by the municipality at the end of the reporting period. Other examples of definitions for other data elements could be the average amount of electricity usage per person living in the municipal area, the average amount of liquid fuel usage per person living in the municipal area, or a sum of capacity available from renewable IPP. In B4, source, capture the origin or the source of the indicator data. In our example, the source is the municipal fire department. Therefore, municipal fire department will be captured. Other examples of sources for other data elements could be municipal supplier database or energy trading databases, ESCOM, DOE liquid fuels reports or GPC, or energy trading databases. In B5 units, capture the unit description of the data element. In our example, the unit is firefighters. Therefore, firefighters will be captured. Other examples of units for other indicators could be total liquid fuel sales for road transport, either kilowatts per hour or megawatts. In B6 notes, capture any additional notes relevant to the data element. As there are no additional notes required for our example, none will be captured. Other examples of notes for other data elements could be Aviation fuel should not be included. We'll need ESCOM buy-ins for this. ESCOM sales are captured by TSA boundaries and not municipal boundaries. Some manipulation of data will be required to calculate this. As there is more than one data element for this TID, the process will be repeated for each data element. For completeness purposes, we will also complete the data for the second data element. C1. Data element. Capture the name of the data element being total population of the municipality. In C2, frequency of collection, capture annual as the frequency of collection. In C3 definition, capture the definition as the second data element as the estimated population of the municipality in the year. In C4 source, capture the source of the data element as the Stats SA mid-year population estimate. In C5 units, capture the units as number of people. In C6 notes, capture none as there are no additional notes that need to be captured. The example of the completed technical indicator description shown on the screen is the completed TID example for the indicator number of full-time firefighters per 1,000 population, which is the end result of the example used in this video on compiling a TID. There are a few things to remember when compiling the TIDs for your municipality. Remember to update your TIDs for any changes made to your STBIB during the mid-year adjustment period. Remember to revise your TIDs every year. And lastly, remember to read through the Circular 88 TIDs and revise the TIDs if you need to according to the requirements of your municipality. Before we end the video, I would like to provide some guidance on where you can find Circular 88 on the National Treasury website. Go to the National Treasury website at www.treasury.gov.za. The path to follow to get the circular is as follows. On the menu bar, on the left, go to Legislation. Then click on MFMA, then click on Circulars. Then click on MFMA Circular number 88. Thank you for watching this video on how to compile a technical indicator description. For more information on ActionIT, Pty Limited, or the Action Assist Performance Management System, please visit our website or contact us on marketing@actionassist.co.za.